Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Community Arena. Now this is where I announce battles that subscribers have sent into me. So for today's battle, unfortunately I didn't get a new list of people to choose from, so I just chose from the remaining two from last week. And fortunately enough, we got Amphari Clan who sent in his battle. So it's going to be Santos in the bottom corner and Ben Woza in the top. Now, before we get started into the actual announcements, I'm going to say something real quick. Alright? What is going to happen is I need you guys to send me more submissions. I don't want to have to, because there's only one person left, and I as much as I'd love to choose it, I love to, have a selection to choose from. So everyone, get ready, go down to the description below. My email will be in there. Send an email there with your name, the link to your channel or Twitter if you have one, and a battle code. Or if you wanted to upload the video to your own channel, you're more than welcome to. You can send me the video from your channel, and I will record that. So, that being said, let us get started. All right. So, in the bottom corner, we have Santos bringing Klefki, Landorus, T, Ampharos, Crawdaunt, Conkeldurr, and Porygon 2. Up in the top, we will be seeing Ben Woza with the Rotom Fridge, Raichu, Meganium, Granbull, Wailord, and Beedrill. So let's get started with this battle and see what both these trainers are going to be bringing. This is a doubles battle. Not VGC rules, so it's most likely Smogon rules, Sleep Clause and a bunch of clauses in effect, but it will be doubles. Ben Woza decides to start off with a Wailord and a very beautiful, almost puke green Beedrill. Santos responds with his Klefki and his Landorus, getting an Intimidate onto the Beedrill and Wailord. Now this Intimidate's going to be very useful against the Beedrill because Beedrills are most likely usually physical, so Ben Woza is going to switch him out for a Meganium, Grass-type starter of the second generation. Klefki will bring up a light screen to provide a buff against special attacks, while Landorus gets a knockoff on the Wailord, making Wailord lose its leftovers. Wailord goes for an Ice Beam, getting a lot of damage off on this Landorus. Not enough to take it out, but enough to scare him out. Unfortunately, Amphari Clan, aka Santos, will actually go for a Protect here instead, letting his Klefki get a Thunder Wave off on the Meganium. Wailord goes for an Ice Beam on the Landorus, and the Meganium goes for a Giga Drain on the Landorus, both of them not dealing any damage because of the Protect. A good turn for Landorus and Santos. Santos takes out Landorus, fearing those double attacks, and brings in a Conkeldurr. Klefki gets up spikes, just a single layer for the time being. This will inflict damage as his opponent switches out Pokemon and brings another one in. Ben Woza takes advantage of the switch in and gets an Aromatherapy off, curing himself of paralysis. Klefki is going to be switching out this turn in for a Porygon 2, something that can tank hits very well. Most likely has Eviolite, and this Porygon 2 is going to trace the Overgrow. Not something crucial for Porygon 2 because unfortunately for Porygon 2 it does not tend to run any grass moves. Wailord goes for the very nice Water Spout, and normally it does a lot of damage, but since it's not at full HP and that's how the move works, it doesn't. Rotom Fridge switches in for the Meganium, but unfortunately goes right down to the Drain Punch. So that Rotom Frost got nothing for this match. And in comes the Granbull, getting off an Intimidate. So this Conkeldurr now is at -1. So the Wailord is in fact going to go out this turn, fearing possibly a Thunderbolt, and if the Raichu's any indication of that, that is true with the Lightning Rod. So out goes Conkeldurr as well, because the -1 is going to negatively impact him, and in comes the Landorus, intimidating the Granbull right back and the Raichu, although the Raichu does not really worry too much. Porygon 2 gets a Toxic off on the Granbull, and now some Granbulls do run Quick Feet, so whether or not that's going to come into play, we will not know. Granbull goes for a Play Rough, and I think it missed. It was very chaotic on the screen, I couldn't see. But either way, no Pokemon has died from that. Toxic slowly whittling the Granbull away, while both the Landorus and the Granbull get HP back from leftovers. In comes the Meganium, not really sure what he wants to do with this, but the Porygon 2 is going to go for a Protect, maybe fearing another attack from Granbull. And Landorus goes for the Earthquake, telling us exactly why Porygon 2 went for that Protect. It doesn't do nearly enough damage on either of the Pokemon to KO them, but it does bring Granbull down fairly far with its HP. And of course, the Granbull and Landorus will continue to raise their HP with leftovers, but unfortunately for Granbull, that poison is going to slowly start to do more damage to him over time. So the Granbull will eventually get KO'd by its own poison. In comes the Wailord over the Meganium, while the Granbull goes for Protect. How will Santos respond to this? Well, he responds by going for a knockoff, hoping to get the item off of Meganium, but instead not. He double attacks, hoping to get the Meganium out this turn, but unfortunately for Santos, Benwoza brought in the Wailord. And like I said previously, these two Pokemon are going to slowly bring their HP back, but unfortunately for Granbull, he's going to keep losing more and more HP each turn. And I think at this point it's very safe to say that it is not Quick Feet. And when I say it's not Quick Feet, we've already seen the Intimidate off, so it's very obvious that it's not Quick Feet. I forgot about that, my bad. Landorus goes for the Earthquake. The Rock Slide, sorry. Not nearly enough damage to take out that Wailord, but the Granbull is going to go down. Granbull, oddly enough, chooses to go for an Ice Beam on the Porygon 2, and Porygon 2 protected itself. Landorus goes for yet another Rock Slide, super effective damage on the Beedrill, not really on the Wailord, but the Beedrill does hang in, not with a Focus Sash, oddly enough. Beedrills, I guess, are fairly physically defensive. It goes for the Brick Break on the Porygon 2, but because Porygon 2 is so bulky, he's going to survive, and the Ice Beam is going to take out the Beedrill, putting Santos at a really good position. A very strong position. This is the end of turn 10, and with a Raichu and a Meganium left, Benwoza has not much of a chance against this Landorus. Now, of course, the Landorus has continually gotten more HP back from the leftovers, but the Raichu has to go for a Thunderbolt on the Porygon 2, not dealing nearly enough damage to take it out. Raichu losing some HP to Life Orb, but not that that really matters because this Earthquake's going to take him out. He does end up damaging his Porygon 2, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not enough to really matter. Porygon 2 gets an Ice Beam off on the Meganium, almost taking the Meganium out. Meganium goes for a Giga Drain, taking the Porygon 2 out in return, but not returning enough HP to itself so it can survive another Earthquake. Or can it? It really is all dependent on what happens the next turn and who Santos brings out. Santos brings out Crawdon, interestingly enough. A shiny one to boot. Crawdon is a water type and is going to go for Stab. Aqua Jet will be enough, and it will not be enough to take out this Meganium. Meganium goes for the Giga Drain, doing a lot of damage, and if there was no Focus Sash, it most likely would have taken it out. But all that damage is going to bring Meganium up to a point where an attack may not take him out from Landorus, and in fact, it does not. So the Quick Claw is gone, so there is no chance this Meganium can come back, even if this Aqua Jet does not take him out, because the Landorus is a definite outspeed for Meganium. So that goes off, and the Meganium goes down, giving the game to Santos, and from what I can recall, I believe it is a 3-0 in Santos's favor. Now, we didn't see the Ampharos, I don't think, so I believe it is safe to assume that it is a 3-0. So all of that aside, alright, so that was the battle. I'm going to say this now, I know it's double battles, but I don't really have much to really say. It looks pretty good. The team looks pretty good. I'm going to say for everyone watching and listening, if you guys submit VGC battles, I am definitely more able to comment on it. It's definitely something that I know a little bit better than most other formats. I mean, doubles are good, but there's so many different threats in there. You know, you can use pretty much all the Pokemon in the game, so it really is a different game. And for the time being, I'm not going to be able to really comment or critique teams, and that's kind of why I did just like an announcer style, because it's kind of I think it's entertaining. I hope you guys enjoy it. So with that said, please go into the description below, get the information into me. I will be choosing one of you guys at random for next Thursday, and I hope to see you at the next video. See ya.